Ladies and gentlemen, here we are, SuperNova, starting on Belcher Beach at the right side of the map as the Red Terran.
Yes, indeed. And over here on the left side is a multiple GSL champion winner. This is NesTea, and he does have his...
This is a really good start for that game.
Oh, well, SuperNova might know he's a little bit outclassed, and so he is deciding to go for a proxy barracks behind the expansion of NesTea. Now, NesTea has gone for a very early scout, though, so he knows something is up right now. And look at that drone.
Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. Are you serious?
But will the Overlord see it?
No, yeah, he has to see it. You will be able. Yes, here we go.
There it is.
Oh my god, this is going to be really, really exciting. He knows about the proxy barracks, and it's going to finish right now. The first Marines being built, and here are the drones being pulled off minerals, the pool being built. Will it be in time? There is a bunker getting ready, and the first Marine will pop out in a few seconds. This is going to be so close.
Oh, he's trying desperately to kill that SCV before it makes, and then, oh, the Marine almost gets trapped. He does get trapped in a corner and hunted down by a gang of drones, and the SCV will join the Marine. The bunker doesn't complete. Oh, I think this has been foiled. Here's another SCV coming in, though. If the Marine pops out at just the perfect moment, the bunker is almost complete. Yes, the Marine gets in the bunker.
Jesus,
wow.
This is horrible for NesTea right now. How will he react? His spawning pool is about to finish, and at the same time we have the factory for his opponent. The second bunker being built. Will he cancel the hatchery? Will he go through with it?
He's going to try and defend it.
He's building the first two spine crawlers. At the same time, we have additional Marines, 2 Marines in the bunker already. This is a really intense early game.
And that second bunker serves to make sure that he can have his Marines able to attack those spine crawlers and also to protect that first bunker from being surrounded as much. Look at the gases in the bunker protect almost all the surface area of that bunker, so that is really well defended. This is going to be really tough for NesTea to hold off. I think that spine crawler is going to be in range of the second bunker. We're going to find out in just a moment.
There are a lot of Zerglings on the field right now, so SuperNova putting a lot of pressure on his opponent. Here are the Zerglings attacking immediately. The SCV doing its best, trying to repair, but being taken out. SuperNova not paying attention to the SCV, not retreating with it, and the second bunker is able to at least fend off those Zerglings, but NesTea already placing his spine crawler in range of the bunker, and the second one as well. Here come the Zerglings, and NesTea should be able to defend against that.
Wow, NesTea, such a smart player. The genius of Zerg is going to be able to fend this off. Now the question is, though, at what cost? He had to spend some drones on spine crawlers. He had to spend larvae on Zerglings.
Oh, that Overlord dying is a huge deal in the early stages of the game. And there's a Hellion and all those Lings and a lot of trouble. But the Marines have been killed. Will he be able to take out the last one as well? Yes, he is. And at the same time, SuperNova, of course, now in a slight better position in regards to his economy. He is on the same harvest account as NesTea, but he has that mule as well, and those Hellions are just a pain in the ass right now.
Yes, the Hellions running around the side, avoiding the spine crawler fire, and wow, very nicely juking those spine crawlers as they were moving, and gets 2 Hellions in. Of course, the spines will protect against more getting in there. Queen trying to hunt those down. The drones trap them, and I don't think he lost more than 2 drones in that. That was pretty good, actually.
That was really close, but also very well done by NesTea, and there is that barracks lifted off. But at the same time, we already have a Banshee in production and the command center, followed by additional barracks. Guys, this game, I just love it. I just love it. That's exactly what you want to see. This is really intense, and NesTea really has to... Yeah, he really has to fight for his money, doesn't he?
He certainly does. And yeah, this is exactly what you see. I mean, you could tell these are professional players. These are pro gamers, because while NesTea is defending this bunker rush, he's also droning up and getting his drones going, getting his economy going. And while SuperNova is executing this rush, he's also teching and getting his economy going. So both players multitasking very well, keeping their eye on the game 3 steps ahead. as well as what's going on right now.
With Spore Crawler being built, that Banshee is going to hit the expansion nonetheless. Here we go, first 2 kills. Not trying to take out that Queen, just getting a couple of drone kills and then retreating. He didn't overcommit all too much to that Banshee play, didn't research Cloak, and I really like that decision.
Yeah, very nicely done, and also just going in there, taking out a few drones, getting out. He knows that the damage from that one Queen he can easily repair, and now he has control of the map. He can pick the towers off, pick the Zerglings off of those towers as we see him doing. Very
nice, killed the Overlord, and therefore NesTea didn't get a good look at what's happening inside the main base of the Terran player. So that was really well done by SuperNova as well. I like this attitude. He's not like, oh my god, I'm playing NesTea and I'm playing all passive. No, he's just going straight out there with the proxy barracks and saying, okay, I have to do something. I have to put the pressure on the Zerg player. I really have to do as much damage in the early stages of the game as possible. And he just shows no respect at all, is going for it, and I really love that attitude.
Yes, definitely. Going for the kill here, and Vikings flying around now as well, just kind of scouting things out, almost like you would get a Phoenix to scout as a Protoss player, you know, just kind of running around there. He's hunting for some free Overlords as well, but also just keeping an eye on what NesTea is doing.
Both players are now upgrading their units. We have a second evolution chamber coming up for the Zerg, already going for the +1 melee attack. And of course, SuperNova getting the combat shield. He really needs that upgrade, because if you don't have combat shield and you, for example, just prefer stim and you stim once, a Baneling wouldn't be able to take out a Marine instantly.
Yeah.
So that combat shield upgrade is really so important. Lair tag for the Zerg right now.
Yep, getting his lair, getting the extra gas coming in as well. Curious to see what kind of lair tech he's going to go for. I would imagine he's probably going to go for the standard Spire tech. NesTea, you know, he just sticks with what works, and what works well. I guess whatever works for him is whatever he does, generally. But yeah, I mean, probably going to see him just go for that normal tech. He's probably going to need to get a third base here pretty soon as well. Is that a macro hatch? Yes, it is, in his main. So at least he's going to have that production. But here's SuperNova pushing across the map with a very deadly push. 3 siege tanks, siege mode is almost complete, a bunch of Marines as well. NesTea's got to deal with this before he can start thinking about that third.
Siege mode completed right now, first medivacs being built as well, and of course after the combat shield immediately starting the stim upgrade, and we have the engineering bay in order to get additional upgrades. Here's the scan to kill all those creep troopers on the spine crawler. Doesn't stand a chance against that force of the Terran player, and NesTea only has Zerglings to defend against that push, and there are the siege tanks sieging up a little bit too late. Will he be able to take that out? All those Marines taking down the Zerglings and the 2 siege tanks, killing a lot of them as well. The Queens are nearly dead.
Critically, almost all the siege tanks survive that and counter. A lot of the Marines die, but the core of that army, the siege tanks, the ones that will really push this home, are still alive. And yeah, NesTea, he just does not have any tech to deal with this. His infestation pit, I think, just finished, but it's way too late to get infestors out for this. He doesn't have anything. He doesn't even have Baneling nest right now. He's just gonna have to fight it off with all Zerglings, although he does have +1 weapons and Carapace. And here he comes, desperately trying to break this one more time before Marines come in to reinforce. Is he gonna get the tanks with those drones? Marines coming from behind. Will it be enough? The tanks are going down, and the tanks will fall, but the Marines will get cleaned up, and a number of drones as well.
And there are so many of them. He had to invest a whole bunch of lava in order to pull off that huge army. Once again, another Overlord dies, and now here come the Marines trying to take advantage of the situation, killing all those drones, a bunch of Zerglings trying to stop them, but it won't be enough. There are the reinforcements. There is that second medivac. A bunker in the back is already up, and the Zerglings die. This looks like NesTea might lose that first game, might lose to OG and SuperNova. The Terran player is on a roll, taking out Marine King, and now giving NesTea a hard time as well. Wow, what an amazing game.
This is crazy, and NesTea finally getting some infestors out. Will it be enough, though? He does have the pathogen gland upgrade, so he's going to have fungals when these infestors pop out. Will a couple fungals be enough to take out this Marine force that's now killing his macro hatch?
And at the same time, NesTea is losing Overlords over and over again. He just doesn't pay attention to his waypoints and lost about 5 Overlords already to the Marines in the front. Now there's another inject popping out. Here come the drones once more. Here's the fungal, but will it be enough? Marines from the back and the siege tank. It doesn't look like it. Another fungal goes off. but all those drones dying, and a relentless reinforcement army is just joining the main force, and those bases, they will die.
Those fungals are what he needed to save himself, but the medevacs would not let those Marines die. The fungals being completely useless, throwing away the energy on Marines that got healed, and now they're continuing to press in here. The natural expansion is almost reached, and he keeps having to throw drones in to help defend, so his drone count is very low right now. He's not able to produce as many Zerglings to deal with this either. I think you're right. I think NesTea is going to be losing his first game of this group.
There are now 7 Infestors in production, if I'm not mistaken, and here comes once more OG SuperNova reinforcing his army, taking out another Overlord, the Macro Hatch as well. And this is huge. That means so less lava, so much less lava for the Zerg player. And will that expansion fall as well? Another bundle. And here come the Infestors with Infested Swarm-X. But no, this is just a futile attempt of breaking that push. And as you can see, but another nice bundle, and maybe now he's able to.
Now there's 5 medevacs up right now, so the Marines just will not die to fungals unless he's able to get a couple fungals off or send in Zerglings at the same time. But because he doesn't have an economy anymore, he hasn't been able to send in those couple dozen Zerglings with his attacks like he used to. So NesTea is now just at one base, desperately trying to defend.
Oh yes, SuperNova just setting a sign, putting his stamp on his group with a win against Marine King Prime and MVP NesTea. I'm NesTea.
So yeah, remember that poll? 7% of our viewers thought that SuperNova was going to escape this group, and SuperNova just beat the 2 players that were favored at 48 and 35% by our fans to get out of this group. So SuperNova taking a commanding lead, a 2-0 lead in this group already, and we've only had 3 games thus far. Some very, very commanding play by SuperNova.
I really love today's games. I mean, he was so close of scouting that barracks with his drone. We saw the vision of NesTea, and there was just one tiny little centimeter. If the drone would have moved a little bit to the right, he would have seen the barracks right away, could have sent in a bunch of drones, kill off that SCV, and then win the game pretty easily probably. But with the barracks, with the proxy barracks right next to his hatchery, SuperNova just forced so many Zerglings. He could force so many Zerglings. He was ahead in economy. He had all those SCVs, he had the mules as well, and he just followed it up beautifully with the Banshee play, and then with that Marine tank push that basically broke NesTea's neck. Very convincing style by SuperNova.
Yeah, definitely. Very, very nicely played by SuperNova, catching NesTea off guard with that. And, you know, NesTea is usually a very smart player. He usually checks for things like that a little bit more effectively. Now, at least he did see it with his Overlord, but he saw it too late to really deal with it. And he dealt with it pretty well, though. And with the Spine Crawlers, you know, he didn't just cancel his hatchery. He got the Spine Crawlers out. He got the Zerglings in there as well, and ended up fending it off, saving his expansion, but he just got too far behind in the process.
Now we have once again Marine King Prime. He's going to face Genius. And this is going to be our first TVP today. It's going to take place on Antigua Shipyard, and we're going to jump right to the game.